The internet cannot handle tweets about Xbox Game Pass, and I think it's probably the funniest Twitter thing I have seen in a long time. Let's talk let's talk about what I've seen the last few days here. Okay, so this one's just absolutely ridiculous, but I thought it would be fun to talk about. Yes, I have been trolling a little bit, probably a little bit more than I should, but basically, this was all inspired by a tweet where somebody online said, I'm tired of people promoting Game Pass like they are getting paid from Microsoft. I don't want that crap. I just want some quality games. Talk about games and not a damn subscription service. So, I don't think this user understands why this got such a rise out of people. Basically, what he's saying is that we are, he's basically making a claim that anybody who likes Game Pass is being paid to promote it. And lately, like I've talked about it on this channel, how, hey, I like Xbox and that shouldn't be a problem. It really shouldn't. And if you like PlayStation, that's also not a problem with me. But I love that there's this perception that I have to like everything perfectly equally. And if there's any indication that I like one thing a lot, clearly something else is going on. It's not. It's absolutely not. So I've just decided that like I'm never going to make Twitter happy and I'm just having fun with it, right? So I quote tweeted this tweet and I said, I wonder if he knows that with the amazing selection of games found on Xbox Game Pass, you can enjoy several quality games at your convenience. Because the problem with his tweet, it's not his tweet. I think he's trying to say like, well, what games can I get on Game Pass? But the way he phrased it was that anybody who likes Game Pass is bought off. And it's just not true. People just like the service. It's as simple as that. It's a good service that a lot of people like. That's it. That's what's going on, internet. And that's why you're hearing so much about it. And like, I think most people can understand that. But like I said, I've been having fun with it. So I continued to have fun with it. I said, Twitter is convinced that so many of us are just paid to advertise Xbox Game Pass. That's crazy. Almost as crazy as having access to hundreds of games and day one releases for only $9.99 a month. And if you're new, you can even get 3 months right now for only $1. So I've been doing this series of tweets where I purposefully make it sound like an ad because I just think it's ridiculous that so many people are upset that people like Game Pass. It's as simple as that. There's a lot of people that like Game Pass out there, so we're talking about it a lot. And it's like when Netflix happened, everybody's talking about Netflix and you're still getting the disc version of Netflix and your neighbor's using the digital version and they're like, hey, this is a pretty good service. I'm really, really enjoying it. How do you explain Netflix to somebody? How did I explain Netflix to my mom? I don't know, mom, there's a bunch of movies on there that are great. You should check it out. Like that's how you would explain it to your friends, right? I realize this video is going to be extra rambly. So what else did I say? The biggest criticism, I seen two criticisms. One, Dark Alliance was just added and that game's bad, right? It's really, really bad. So that's one criticism, but like, it's just ridiculous to say, well, you have one bad game on your service. The whole service is bad. It's just like such a straw man, terrible, weak argument because there's over 300 titles on Game Pass and it's like a defense of PlayStation Now. Hey, if you have PlayStation Now, that's also a great service. I made a video about my main problems with it, and my main problems with PlayStation Now were that the entire PS3 library is streamed. Now, if I could download those and play those, I think it would be a very, very strong service. I just think I think its biggest problem, PlayStation Now, is they do a terrible job marketing it. It's a really good service. They did a $1 deal not that long ago. That's why I signed up and I tried it out. I had a really good time with the games that I played on PlayStation Now, but not the streamed ones. I don't think the streaming service is there. And to be fair, I haven't tested the Xbox Cloud gaming service, but what I did play on the phone, like for RPGs and things that don't require precise input, was just fine. I should make a video where I actually play a bunch of stream games. I've been thinking about trying a Let's Play, but anyway, I'm going off on a tangent here. So big criticism are we don't talk enough about games. So here are a few games that I personally have played, and I know Twitter likes to verify things, so go right ahead. Destinel on Xbox. I've played all these games recently, and I've really, really been enjoying them. So I played Plague Tale recently. I played through the first chapter. I would not have played that game had it not been on Game Pass, and my friends had told me, hey, this is a game that you need to play. So check out Plague Tale. I played through the intro chapter, and I need to get back into it. It's really, really good. I popped back into Brutal Legend recently. Brutal Legend is a Tim Schafer game from Double Fine, and I just hadn't played it in so long. I love metal, so it was great to like just hop into that world and that vibe again. It was really fun. It's kind of a trip down memory lane. Descenders was part of the Game Pass challenges. If I've talked about Microsoft Rewards a lot on this channel because I really like it. I've earned $100 in Microsoft Rewards just by doing all these little challenges, which is like a year of Game Pass, and I did it in like 2 months. So basically, Descenders was a challenge. It was like at 10,000 point in Descenders, and I played it. And because it was on Game Pass, I played it. And because there was this additional incentive, I played it. And it's just a really smart symbiotic relationship that they've created for users. So I checked that one out, and I find myself popping back into it every once in a while. It's just basically a bike game where you ride a bike down a hill and you try and do tricks and stuff like that. It's very simple, but very, very fun. I have been playing Halo a lot more. I'll pop on, play a game or two every night. I've been checking out Halo 4 and Halo 5 the most because I think it's going to be sort of a blend between those two experiences for Halo Infinite, plus some tweaks that, the hardcore PvP people. I am not one of those people. I am very bad at these games. Please don't go look at my 0.8 KD or worse for most games. So Halo the Master Chief Collection is on there, and there's a new season right now, so you can like earn points in Halo the Master Chief Collection to unlock cosmetics and stuff, and that gives us an indication of what it's going to look like in Halo Infinite. I've played Forza Horizon 4 a whole bunch. Well, maybe a whole bunch is laying it on heavy, but when it came out, that was one of the first games that I played on Game Pass, and I kind of got hooked on it. That was when I first started realizing, oh yeah, all these AAAs come day one, because it works. Sometimes I get codes for games or whatever, and I'm able to play right away. I didn't get a code for this one because, our main Xbox guy, Ryan, and main Forza fan, Ryan, got it. But anyway, Forza Horizon 4 was one that I actually put way more time into than I thought. Elder Scrolls Online, another game I probably never would have played very much of. I started playing that on Xbox Game Pass, and I did the performance review about the console updates that are now live for Elder Scrolls Online. Donut County, another one for the Microsoft Rewards challenges that was really easy that I never would have played had it not been on Game Pass. Very charming. You basically have a little donut hole and you go around and you try and eat the whole level. It reminds me of games like Katamari Damacy, and I don't know, Katamari is probably the similar concept where like you would roll the ball and you would try and roll up all the things into the ball and then you would finish the level. Donut County, sort of same, really, really cute characters, etc. Now, baseball, I'm not a sports game fan. I played MLB The Show. I played that one enough where I got the gist of it. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's a baseball game, but I had a good time. Narita Boy, I hopped on and played, checked it out for a little bit. I don't know. It's sort of like a buffet where you can try a little bit of everything and then spend more time on the games that you really, really like. Octopath Traveler is one that I recommend. I actually played that on Switch already. I haven't played that on Game Pass, except for on the cloud version. Both of the Ori games are on Game Pass, so those are some of the most critically acclaimed games. One game I'm going to check out is Psychonauts. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is on Game Pass. Highly recommend it. I played that game on PC, and I did it on the hardest difficulty, and I love Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Highly recommend it. Two that I played again for the Game Pass challenges were Fractured Minds and The Garden Between. Two small games I never would have played. Outer Worlds is still on there. Play Outer Worlds. It's basically Fallout, but in space. And then, of course, Yakuza 0. I had never played a Yakuza game in my life, and I played those games. And I actually made a whole video about games that I had experienced a few months ago just because they were on Game Pass. And, the big criticism was, why don't you talk about the games? So here I am. I'm talking about the games that I played on the game, or on Game Pass, and this is just it, right? you get to try out so many different things. Every month, new games are added, and you can check those games out that you've probably heard a lot about just online, on Twitter, or people talking about. Like, I finally finished Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice because it was on Game Pass, and I played it through a second time because I wanted to get all the achievement points, and I liked it that much. So, the value is just there, and I think it's about this readily available ability to just play games. And no, this isn't an advertisement. People say, you work for IGN or Xbox P3? Well, yes, I work for IGN, and yes, I do this YouTube thing, and I like things. Stop criticizing people just because they like things. Like, why is that? Why is somebody liking something such a laser focus for the internet right now? Do you people out there just think that I'm a soulless, devoid of emotion person? Or do you think that I can actually come to my own conclusions about things that I like? I like Mass Effect. I got my Mass Effect helmet back there. I got the Fallout nuke. I got the Destiny characters. I got more Destiny stuff down there. I got Chuck Palahniuk's Invisible Monsters. I got the first 3 Halo books. I didn't read the middle one. I only read the first one, which is really, really good. I'm blanking on Fall of Reach. And then I read the third one, the one where they glass everything. First Contact. Anyway, good series of books. Eric Nyland's great. And yeah, I like things that maybe you don't. Maybe we both like the same thing, but I would love it. Internet, if you could just chill out about this. What is the problem with so many people liking Game Pass? If anything, that should tell you, wow, these don't have hashtag ad on them, which, by the way, if they are an ad, they literally have to have that because it's an FCC requirement to disclose if you've been paid for promotion. So yeah, that's what's going on. People just like stuff. It's a good service. If you're a dad or you have a family, I've seen so many stories from families or people on a limited budget who are just like, man, I get to pay $10 a month and my family just has access to all these games. The kids are happy. I'm happy because I'm checking out all this new stuff. And yeah. Oh, and then just a general thing. Don't demand that I owe you a response. Nobody on the internet owes you anything. Don't do that to Twitter users. Don't do that to anybody in your life. Look, if I have time to respond, I will. But honestly, more and more, I give up on Twitter. I give up. I'm going to have my fun on there, and I'm barely going to post on there anymore unless I'm joking around or trying to have a good time. That's my goal, because it has just become such a toxic, terrible place that there is no reason for me to interact there beyond, posting a tweet. So thank you to the people who actually send me kind stuff on there, because it is seen and appreciated in such like an insane pool. If you go look at the trending tags for Xbox or PlayStation, it's terrible. It's terrible on both sides. And yeah, that's why I just kind of gave up. There was one more thing I wanted to talk about really quick. There was this view extra large icon. There was this one tweet where they talk about the quality of the games on Game Pass. And basically, people keep using that Dark Alliance. But if you look, there's 59 games that were rated 59 or lower. And this is from Tame Lucas, twitter.com/Tame Lucas. And, I already listed to you all the good games that I like. And then going up from there, there's a bunch of games that are 60 to 64. There's 22, 65 to 69, 37, 70 to 74. So you're getting into the okay territory, 58, 75 to 79. So now you're getting into like Call of the Sea. You got 118, 80 to 84. You're talking about Control. You're talking about, Plague Tale Innocence. 123 games in that category. 58 games are 85 to 89. You're talking Doom. You're talking Psychonauts. And 58 games, 85 to 89, and 27 games that are 90 or up. So these are pristine games like Nier Automata, Ori, Celeste, games like that. I'm sure so in that top echelon, you're probably also looking at Halo, you're looking at Gears 5, you're looking at Forza Horizon 4. There's a lot of good stuff on Game Pass. And, there's also tweets about media bias. Here's media bias proof. Proofs. No, dude. I just like the service. How is that a bias? I like that service. I can also recognize that PlayStation as a service, right? So PlayStation has PlayStation Now. I've used it. I don't like it as much. I think they do a bad job advertising it. I prefer to play on my Xbox. Oh no! Destin prefers playing on a platform. I'm losing my mind this video, but like that's how the internet reacts. Like, oh man, I like the Xbox controller more than the PlayStation controller. I kind of like the offsets and media bias. Y'all are losing your mind, is my point. Chill out. People like stuff. And some people like PlayStation more. Some people like Xbox more. I love all of you, though. So hopefully we can chill out and just respect each other's differences of opinion. And I'm not even saying the other one's trash or anything. I'm just saying, yeah, I kind of like Xbox a little bit more. I still play my PS5, play Ratchet and Clank, played Last of Us 2 recently, and, checking out next gen updates. But I like my Xbox a little bit more. How could you? That's the reaction. Anyway. Wow, this video went on way longer. I just wanted to get ranty about it because it's absolutely ridiculous, the state that we're in with just our personal preferences with games. I feel like I've made this video like 10 times, but just losing my mind about it a little bit. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate you sitting down, talking about this. Let's talk about it more in the comments below. All month long, just so you know, I have been raising money for St. Jude Children's Hospital. We're doing quite well. I recorded this shortly after recording another video. We're at $2,830. Thank you so much for everybody who's donated. Just a reminder, St. Jude Children's Hospital is working to cure cancer and other rare childhood diseases all month long. I'll be including a link right there where if you choose to, you can donate to it. Or if you don't want to use my link, just donate to them. Donate to a cause that you truly believe in that is, brings positivity to the world. I really, go for it. It's good. It helps the world. That's what I'm hoping to do with this silly campaign. Anyway, a few things that you can help with. $10 will buy a toy for the waiting area. $250 will get a family a meal gift card, and $500 will do a bone marrow transplant. And yeah, they're working to help kids. It's kind of a hard thing to be salty about. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like my rambly videos, you can hit subscribe. Subscribe button is there. It's probably right on the page. Just hit it and hit that bell so you know when I post. Thank you so much for watching. On the road to 100K there. And then memberships are turned on. You can become a member over here on YouTube. That'd be cool, huh? Thank you so much to everybody who has decided to become a member. I'm going to get out of here. I finally managed to release a video at 7 a.m. like I said I would. I'm going to get out. I'll see you for the next one. Bye for now, everybody.